Here we go once again from high energy events that happened at Lugogo Cricket Oval to Kampala Serena Hotel. Yes, I know some of the events flopped. To Miss Uganda, to the BBC documentary that got everyone talking, among many other entertainment news stories, including Yung Mulo, who is calling for a boxing face-off with alien skin. Welcome to our Entertainment Weekly Report. My name is Awesome Calvin, the entertainer, and we are coming to you straight from Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. Let's dig in. Where do we even begin from? I think we should begin from Lugogo Cricket Oval, where rising star Omega 256 held her maiden concert, an event marked by ambition, turbulence, and hard lessons. Originally slated to be organized by Nobat Events, this show faced early headwinds following a bitter fallout between the artist's camp and the promoter. Now, these exchanges nearly overshadowed the event build-up. Still, we need to give it up to Omega 256 because she pressed on, promoted the concert herself, did some media push, partnered with the bus company, and I guess this was intended to ease travel for fans from distant areas like Mbarara. But shockingly, by 8 p.m., the vast Lugogo area remained sparsely filled. Now, this was a troubling signal, and by around 11 p.m., when most concerts peak in attendance, not even half of that stadium had filled. Of course, the turnout raised tough questions. Was the planning sound? Did the marketing reach the right audience? And is the economics of the self-organized concerts sustainable? Because let's face it, this isn't an isolated case. Lugogo has recently hosted several events that have struggled to fill seats, and despite a strong branding and fan engagement, you saw people like Afik Famaika, Gravity Omutuju, among many others, struggling to fill that space. Now, some organizers admit they don't profit from these shows, something that is prompting a wide industry reflection. My question would be, why book a stadium if the returns are unclear? Why not choose venues that match your size or draw? Now, over the weekend, we had John Blaq on Horizon Vibe, and he weighed in. Take a look.
Yeah, sometimes there is that part we ignore, reality. Sometimes we just want to prove to each other, to ourselves as artists in the industry, that because someone has put up a concert, I also have to show them that I can also pull up a concert.
Oyagalo kakasa.
Oyagalo kakasa. Nti olwokuba gundi ateeseyo naye kanteekeyo. Olwokuba gundi ateeseyo naye kanteekeyo. Netwerabira nti we are singing for the fans out there. Tukyerabira ne tutandika okweprovinga ffe mu kasaako ka industry. That's where the problem is coming from. Otherwise, if it wasn't, proving to each other okweragako, omuntu buli omu yandibadde wano waliwo venue esobola okumala buli muyimbi waliwo ow'ennyimba 3 alina venue gy'ayinza okugendako, ow'ennyimba 10 alina venue gy'ayinza okugendako, owe-15 alina nnyimba 2 naye nga alina hit 4 era naye alina venue gy'asobola okugendako. But everyone is just rushing, rushing to that one venue just to prove to each other that I can pay that money
Lugogo or Serena
for the venue. Yeah, I can pay that money for the venue, I can do this and this, but at the end of the day, olinakyowera funds, you don't have funds.
Artists need to know their weight and choose venues that suit their size. But you must give it up to Omega 256 that despite the low turnout, she gave a spirited performance. She was joined by Cindy, Eddie Kenzo, and a surprise appearance by Ray J, who performed just one song. Now, many believe the event suffered from weak publicity, poor timing, and missed synergy. Omega, who predominantly sings in Runyachitara, could actually have tapped into the regional pride to boost the attendance, something we've seen for other artists like Ray G, like acidic vocals. Well, I guess there are always lessons from all of us, for all of us to learn. Now, that said, Omega's talent shone through, as you can clearly see. She performed and also thanked the fans who showed up. Meanwhile, nobody event was seen in a circulating video celebrating. I'm wondering, was it joy over his release from jail or something entirely else? Why was nobody event celebrating? But anyways, Obisanga Kampala. Now, moving on, away from Omega 256 at Kampala Serena Hotel, we had Kenneth Mugabe, who was also live in concert, and yeah, it was a different story. The Afro Soul star Kenneth Mugabe hosted his Tales of Mugabe VIP concert. Now, this was a sold-out affair that blended musical artistry with emotional storytelling, backed by a solid catalog of hits like Nkwegomba, Nachi, amongst others. He captivated the fans with his soulful voice and lyrical depth. The event featured elite vibes, smooth whiskey, and curated experience that resonated deeply with his audience. Now, beyond the entertainment, the concert explored the themes of mental health and identity, adding cultural relevance and emotional connection. Well, the turnout proved that good organization, audience understanding, and brand clarity still reign supreme. And yeah, from Serena, we went to Kampala Sheraton Gardens. Now at Kampala Sheraton Gardens, we saw Miss Uganda being crowned. Yeah, those pictures that you are seeing right there. That was at the grand finale that saw Eli Trivia Muhoza crowned Miss Uganda 2025-2026. Now she takes over from outgoing Queen Natasha Nyonyozi, marking the climax of a months-of-long journey that blended a beauty, purpose, and personal transformation. Now, Muhoza is a 22-year-old entrepreneur from Bukomansimbi. She impressed the judges with her eloquence and commitment to empowering teenage mothers through her initiative that is called AMU, Empowering Mothers in Uganda. Now, the finale featured performances from Grace Nachimera, Aziz Azion, adding rhythm to the regal affair. However, unlike previous editions, this year's event fell short on publicity, with many Ugandans learning about the finale only after it had happened. Now still, the event delivered an elegance and purpose. It delivered on those grounds of elegance and purpose. And behind the scenes, one name continues to shine. The name Brenda Nambi, who has consistently been good at her work. She's been she has delivered good management, and she has kept Miss Uganda brand alive and evolving. So from bootcamp to the crowd, Trivia Muhoza now begins her reign as the Miss Uganda 2025-2026. So congratulations to the organizers of Miss Uganda, and of course to the winner of this pageant. Now, the Air Brands Fashion and Style Awards are back, commonly known as ASFAS. They are officially back after a long break or hiatus. And yeah, these awards are known for setting the stage for celebrating creativity, elegance, and continental flair. Now, just days ago, organizers kicked off the model selection process. This is a crucial phase that draws talent from across Uganda and beyond. The casting sessions attracted aspiring runaway stars from Uganda and beyond, who are eager to walk one of Africa's most iconic fashion stages. Now, the selection process focused on poise, versatility, and runaway presence, with scouts and stylists assessing each candidate's potential to represent the ASFAS brand on a global scale. Now, this year's theme is still under wraps. However, the founder, that is brand Ahumuza, has hinted at a refreshed format, promising elevated production, international collaboration, and a spotlight on emerging designers. So with the countdown officially underway, fashion insiders, stylists, fans are watching closely as the ASFAS preparations are underway once again to redefine style in Kampala and across the continent of Africa. We just can't wait. We just can't wait for the ASFAS. Now, moving away from the ASFAS to the BBC documentary that got people talking. Yes, a recent BBC investigative documentary sent shockwaves across Uganda and beyond, allegedly involving a Ugandan recruiter named Mwesigwa. And of course, in this expose, young women were promised jobs abroad, but they ended up trapped in abuse, with some losing their lives. Now, of course, this has been an interesting documentary. This documentary sparked widespread outrage online and also ignited debate in the Parliament of Uganda. We saw the Prime Minister, that is Robina Nabanja, ordering a full-scale investigation, while opposition leaders demanded stronger protection for Ugandans who are seeking to work abroad. Now, unverified reports of a UAE travel ban on Ugandan nationals saturated, but of course these reports were dismissed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as false and unfounded. Of course, the documentary critiques the misleading glamour that is portrayed by influencers and socialites who flaunt unexplained luxury online. Of course, these curated lifestyle moments often mask exploitative realities. They are misleading in nature. They are misleading gullible and vulnerable youth into chasing these dangerous illusions. Of course, some time back, viral hashtags like Dubai Porto Party, or rather Dubai Porto Potty, they were once dismissed as fetish gossip, and they are now linked to real abuse and trafficking. Now, this is a wake-up call, one that raises a number of questions that need to be answered. Number one, for the authorities in Uganda and beyond, there is a need to tighten labor export regulations. Number two, for the media and you, the influencers, you need to reflect on the narratives that you do amplify in the name of money or in the name of likes. Number three, you, the youth that do consume this information. Of course, the youth of this country need to recognize that not all that glitters is glamorous. Your favorite motivational speaker or role model that you see on Snapchat could actually be selling you a dream that might end your life, that might end in doom. So you need to reflect on all those things as you consume what you see on the media, okay? Now, moving on away from that into other stories. John Blaq is also making news. He was on the show over the weekend. I'm talking about none other than Horizon Vibe. Yes, John Blaq, a Ugandan Afrobeat star, is back louder, bolder, and more continental than ever. His newly released studio album, African Boy, is already making waves across East Africa. Now, in an exclusive interview with Horizon Vibe, John Blaq shared what makes this project special, unlike the previous projects that he has released over time. So, take a look.
It's a story of my life, where I came from, everything, my journey of music. Things haven't been easy, but as an African boy, you must fight. Because that's what we're made of, man. Yeah, so he also opened up about his fallout with his former recording label, him losing his YouTube channel, amongst other things that he spoke about candidly. It opened that inner me. Nagamba, bro, John Blaq, you just keep on going. Because those guys thought I couldn't make it without them. And in life, don't ever be there and rely on someone and make them that you can't live without them. So katina ino kweta kulanga kugamit African boy aba ino kulwana African boy taina giving up African boy no kubanga ali focused atenga African boy aino kubanga kiririza mu Katonda kisola gamba nti nze byonna nze abyekoledde. This story was written ngera ne Yesu bwe yali nti waliwo amukomerera ku musalaba nti waliwo amulyamu olukwe I believe my story was written to be like that. It was supposed to be like that. Chovolaba, Echirungi Safa, I'm leaving and I'm here. So I'm just happy and I just wish them well.
Yeah, African Boy is a 15-track sonic journey that chronicles the rise of a young African dreamer from the streets of Kawempe to the global stage. John Blaq's journey continues with new beats, new battles, and a bold journey that he embarks on with his renowned bold baritone voice. Now, moving on away from John Blaq, people are asking for a face-off with the alien skin. Yes, just recently, Ugandan artist Yung Mulo challenged Alien Skin to a boxing match. This is following his bitter exchange with there was that bitter exchange between Alien Skin's camp and legendary artist Jose Chameleon. Now, of course, more musicians are stepping forward with strong opinions from people like Palazzo to people like Ziza Bafana. Now enter Yung Mulo, Badman Gadgets. Of course, he publicly declared his readiness to face Alien Skin in a boxing match, a move that he says could help settle the ongoing feuds that have strained relationships across the entertainment scene. Now, Alien Skin has yet to respond, but the proposal has already stirred excitement and speculation online. Meanwhile, as fans continue to larry for a boxing showdown between Yung Mulo and Alien, the tension off the ring continues to escalate. According to a post by Alien Skin on Twitter, it is believed that one of his associates was allegedly assaulted, something that has prompted him to call on police to intervene. Interestingly, in another tweet by Balam Minister, he has weighed in and is claiming the attackers are linked to the islanders. So if by that he means the Leon Island crew, one would wonder how he has arrived to such a conclusion. But guys, let's be clear, violence begets violence. If strength is the currency, then a celebrity bout is a fair and a safer transaction. Because so short of that, disaster looms. Awo ensasiri abaana abalenzi abamu abali mu kwetaba mu ntalo zino zibatategeerako ddala zatandika zitya zitambula zitya, but yeah, it is what it is. Fans, of course, continue to stay divided. Others are saying it will be a better way of addressing these beefs. You know, if you can take it professional, face off in a professional boxing arena. Cashing at the end of the day, it is better to sort out disputes. Now the question is it worth it? Question is, would Alien Skin be up for a boxing match? Your guess is just as good as mine. Now we move on from that into other entertainment news stories. The weekend was about weddings, people taking their relationships to the next level, and of course, congratulations are in order for a number of them. Starting with the Irene Ntare. Now, Irene Ntare tied the knot days ago, according to media reports. She tied the knot here with her longtime partner, Vincent Kalibala. This intimate ceremony is said to have been attended by close friends, family, and a few industry insiders. Ntale had previously hinted at wedding preparations. That was earlier this year, and the couple's journey began with the romantic engagement at CP Falls, which was later followed by a colorful Kwanjula ceremony, culminating into this beautiful union. So fans and fellow artists have flooded social media with congratulatory messages celebrating Irene Ntare's graceful transition from music royalty to marriage bliss. Hey, congratulations, Irene Ntare, Madame Jovera Jembera. Now, moving on from Irene Ntare, enter Lil Puzzle Lunabe. Now, Lil Puzzle Lunabe, yes, also took his relationship to the next level. Love was in the air over the weekend as Lil Puzzle and his longtime partner held their Kuchala ceremony. This was held in Wakiso district. The event marked a significant step into their journey towards marriage. Now, Lil Puzzle is a fun guy who is known for his controversial lyrics, and this step surprised many fans that yes, now he also has a softer and a more grounded side. He was accompanied by close friends, including Bruno K, Suna Ben Munamasaka, who stood by him during the celebrations. I'm sure you saw the photos from the ceremony, which were making rounds on the social media platforms that have since sparked waves of congratulatory messages from fans and artists. And the question is, Lil Pazo is known for singing controversial songs. I'm wondering which song he sang at his Kuchala. Was it Nkudi or the other the other controversial songs? But yeah, down here we wish you the very best, and we also wish to congratulate you. Oh, not forgetting Bad Blaq. Bad Blaq also launched her wedding launch days ago. Some of you call them begging meetings. Yes, he has taken their relationship with the partner Asha Panda to the next level. They had their wedding dinner that happened days ago. It was a strictly invitation-only event that served as the official unveiling for their wedding, which will hopefully happen this year or next year. So congratulations to those that have taken their love relationships to the next level. Anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of our weekly entertainment report. I'll be joining you again next week, same time, for yet another exciting episode. Have yourselves a lovely week. Peace and love. I remain awesome, Calvin, the entertainer.